Well, if you thought the art of tie-dye was nothing more than a passing fancy, boy, are you wrong, especially if you step up into the Roll Up and Dye studio here in Columbia. Yes, there's an explosion of color all around, but it's a creative space where they can make tie-dye shirts and a whole lot more. Joining me now is Erin Cassell. She is the owner of Roll Up and Dye. How are you doing today?
Awesome. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. You know, the minute you step into this studio, you feel better. The colors, everything that you have here. Is that what you had in mind when you first created the space?
Oh, yeah. I'm all about color. I love color. Pretty much the only colors I don't like are white and beige. Anything else goes. So.
I was gonna say, and you don't see any white and beige here. Let's talk about Roll Up and Dye. You said that you had an interest in tie-dye ever since you were a kid, but you kind of sort of mastered it or perfected it as you got older. What made you decide to open up a studio space dedicated to making tie-dye shirts?
I just really enjoyed it. I was looking, I think I was at a point in my life where I was like, what am I going to do with my life? So
yeah, because prior to this, you had done a hodgepodge of things. You were into fitness, you have a theater degree, you were doing stuff with sign language, right? So you finally decided, when did you realize that this was a viable business for you?
I think I didn't realize it till we really just jumped in and gave it a shot. So I was lucky enough to have a lot of really supportive family and friends that I could take the risk. So it's been a really cool journey. So.
It has been, and we had a chance to earlier make some tie-dye shirts. Tell me a little bit about what makes your tie-dyeing process a little different. A lot of people have preconceived notions, but we had a lot of fun in here making some tie-dye shirts. Tell me a little bit about the products you use and how you make it a little different.
I don't use the stuff that you get at a craft store. I like to get the professional stuff. We actually ship in the powder, and my assistant Sarah, she's amazing. She makes the dyes now. Back in my garage when I first started the company, I kind of taught her how to do it, and then she's just taken off. So.
And so we were in there putting the colors on, the rubber bands, and you've got all these different cutouts that you use and everything. And now I think it's waiting to 24 hours before it's done, and you get a chance to wear the shirt. Tell me a little bit about the business. Do you have groups that come in? Do you do parties? I mean, how does it all work?
We do parties, we do workshops. I have people call me sometimes and say, can I come in? And I can do one-on-one also with people if you want to do something more advanced. I love birthday parties because it's so much fun. We do like crafts, and you have the cake, and we do like a dance party at the end. I have these really wild lights, and we have them going, and then get out the hula hoops. And for the BYOBs, we have like I think it's a VW bus about that big. It's remote control, and we have that going loose. So with the adults, we can get out, some more silly stuff, but the kids always have fun. So,
and if they're not able to come to your studio, you have like a mobile unit that you take around. Tell me about that, right?
Well, it's my minivan.
That's your minivan.
Fancy. Yeah, so we basically shove everything in my minivan, and we show up. So, we bring the tables and the dyes and the T-shirts and the instruction, and then we just go from there. So.
It all started with you doing a little bit of tie-dye for your daughter when she was born, and then it graduated to what it is today. So about 2013 is when you made it a solid business. What have been some of the challenges along the way? Because a lot of people say, I'd like to be able to do something like that. Because this is a hobby that you've kind of turned into a business.
Oh, absolutely. I'd like to say the hardest thing about going into business is the business part of the business. Like, you can love doing what you do, but there's so much more to it. I mean, you have the licensing and the accounting and keeping track of what's going where. And, I love my customers, so I want to make sure they're happy with everything that they get. So, there's a lot more to it than just, making stuff.
Yeah, you and I were just talking a second ago. You've got some people want to help you with some marketing. Social media is big. You're like, Twitter, what's a tweet? What's that?
I know, right? Yes, I have friends. My friend Angie does Twitter for me because I was like, I don't know how to do that.
No, but these are important parts. I mean, in this day and age, in today's modern technology, you need to know that. Last question has to do with the handprint on the wall. A lot of people probably think those are random handprints there, but there's some significance to that, right?
Absolutely. When you come and dye here at the studio, you get to put your handprints on the wall. So that's kind of like you leave your mark here before you leave. So it's always fun. Good, messy fun.
Good, messy fun all day long, that's for sure. Erin Cassell, it was a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so very much, and thank you for letting us have a little creative fun today.
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming by.
We appreciate that. And if you'd like to find out more information about Roll Up and Dye, just log on to our website at mpt.org and click on Your Money in Business. All right, Jeff, that's going to wrap it up here from Columbia. I swear if you want to take a trip back in time and really see what the 60s were all about, lava lamps, tie-dye glitter ball, the whole nine, and have a little fun, this is the place to be. All right, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio. I have to show you my shirt. It's a shame you couldn't see it. It's being dried right now.